Hello everyone, and welcome to another layout update. It's been a while since the last one. I haven't really been out here. If you follow me on RM Web, the forum thing, I've been posting a couple of images and stuff like that, so you might have a sneak peek of sort of what this video is about. If you haven't, then feel free to go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, as far as updates are concerned, we've kind of we haven't hit a brick wall, but we've kind of hit a hurdle that has stopped us, and it's more to do with how we originally planned the fiddle yards. Now, if you look at this one over here, as you can see, we went off like either point and stuff like that, and we had to come all the way around the corner before we started to branch out. Now that meant that we had one really long side in and then 4 small ones, and also we can only have five lanes, and that clearly isn't enough. But now, thanks to the genius invention of Pico, which is streamlined radius points, we now have huge long side-ins that run the length of the shed. These can actually fit 4 of the intermodal wagons and two of these, plus a loco in the outside one. So by doing this, not only does it cut down space, I mean it cuts down space because you can do all your point work on the corners rather than having to bend round the corners and then do all your point work in over here where the sidings should be. So yeah, I mean these are fantastic inventions. I was never really a fan of sort of streamlined points at all, because the standard ones were just rubbish. The trains just derailed and stuff like that, and they just didn't work with any sort of engine. But these ones, they have no trouble whatsoever. I've tested 2 or 3 engines over them. The 37, the 60 and the 66. They're the ones I've tested so far, and they all run fine, even with wagons and stuff like that, which is really good. We still do have two more lanes to fit in, so this point will go around about here, and then 2 more lanes will spread across, so in the total we'll have 8 here. And then the next project will be to develop this side over here, so we're going to have to change it so these 2 runs turn into 6 or 7 lanes again, and then these branch across and then join back up here, and then hopefully our inclines will then run round in the middle. Now the reason why we've changed it is because we've come to the conclusion that we ran round an extra time on the wrong track. Now if you remember before, this was actually just one single track running along here, then it ran all the way along there into this fiddle yard here. But what we thought, why bother doing that when we don't need to, because we're already down? Why not just start the fiddle yard as soon as you're at the bottom of the incline? Now this is something we did, we planned it out, and obviously we found these points on Hatton's website, and yeah, we just went from there. So what we're actually going to do now is we're going to run round in front of the fiddle yard. We're going to run round twice with the incline coming down, and then round again like we did previously with the outside track, but we're going to do it with the inside track this time, because if we're coming off here and then going down and round, obviously the inclines are going to be the same. They're going to be the same sort of gradient going down and going up, but the problem is that the run isn't as long as it is on the outside. So to get round this, we're going to have to extend the runs almost round twice, and then that way it will mean that we'll have to run round twice. So the incline could start over here, run all the way round, and instead of coming down halfway, you might have to come down all the way over here or something like that, because that way because that way it will mean that we'll have to run it all the way round to make sure that the incline isn't too steep for the engines to get up and down. So that's the sort of plans at the moment. I mean, the points are, I think they're £10 or £11 each. They're not electro frog. I decided to go with insul frog down here because it's not really worth. You're not really going to see anything down here, so you don't really need to have the engines down here with lights on or anything like that. You can just put them on as they're going up the incline or anything like that, and you can see whether the lights are on the engine or not in the controller. So it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, they're like I think they were £10.50 each. It's reasonably cheap actually, but I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we've got 6 points here, 6 points over there, so that's 12. So there's £120 straight away, and then we need another 12 over here. So it's far from cheap at all. But that is model railways for you. No one ever said they'd be cheap. It is and always has been an expensive hobby. So yeah, it could be a while until the next sort of point work and stuff goes in, when I actually gain the enough funds to invest in some. But we've still got a ton of track to use up from the old layout. I mean, we've got a stack of, I think it's 12 or 10 or 12 there that we brought earlier. But the track soon runs out. It soon runs out because of how long the runs are. It's surprising how much you actually use. But that is all for the update. If you guys did enjoy it, and if you got any suggestions of like what we could do with the next incline, because we're kind of stuck with whether we need to cross it over and stuff like that or anything like that, it is appreciated. So leave a comment if you can, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.